And welcome back to Late Night Gunpla with Talon Omega. Today the plan is to continue working on the panel lining and decals. I have already removed the feet, well the legs, from the RX-78 version Ka. So last week we finished up the arms, finished up the shields, and did the arms and shoulders. So, and we also finished up the core fighter, and oh man, so I need to see. I keep hitting something, so something keeps hitting the core fighter and breaking the landing gear. Where did I leave that? Okay, extra thin. It's a really small piece, so there really isn't much of an easy way to fix it beyond trying to do it this way. So I'm gonna try to hold it for a couple seconds. Yep, that's exactly what I did. You know, the Tamiya extra thin cement, and it is not well. All right, let's try to see if I can just get into that crack and hold it there. So yeah, that's where I am at right now as far as that, and leave it kind of upside down for now and see if that'll do it. But anyway, so yeah, that's done. So you know, I've got the plastic cement in there. Hopefully it'll hold. Yeah, it's that the front landing strut that seems to keep wanting to screw up. Come on, there it goes. Yeah, it keeps breaking like right at that thin part and kind of connects it. So you know, we'll see if it holds this time. It's a little crooked now, but oh well. We'll have to just run with it and make sure that I don't put any weight on it afterwards. So anyway, continuing on, the idea today is, you know, starting on the legs. Last week we finished up the core fighter. We finished up the shield because I had forgotten I still had like some of the decals at the top of the shield. So finished that up. We did panel lining and decals on the backpack, the shoulders, and the arms. So that's pretty much done now. Alright, so I need the, actually, you know what, because of this, let's do feet separate, because I need to get at the bottom of the feet, at least want to get into there, so we'll do that now. What do I need, okay. Alright, get you ready, maybe using that. And the extra thin. Let's get the timer. Come on, wrong one. Come on, there it goes. Set my timer so I know when to kind of take my little break. Start recording you. Are you working? Yeah. Potato quality for stream. What's the number for the gun cannon? So I know this is 78-2. Come on. So I'm not entirely sure what it is for gun cannon. Wow. Yeah, I probably should have tried to go over these edges with the scribers. I picked up a couple of scribers to try and screwed up a couple times, and I will say that that scared me from doing any more. And now I'm kind of beating up on myself, as I probably should have. As much as I would probably tell my own clients, stop shitting all over yourself. Yeah. 19108. I mean, iterations, just like I think some car models do that. What comes to mind, like the RX-7 or whatever, is just like, all right, it's a 7th iteration of us attempting this kind of plan. So I'm assuming that's what it is. Cannon and the gun tank. What was the gun tank one? What is a gun tank designation? No, I've built one gun tank. It was the one for the Origin version, and the special edition, the kind of clear one with the sparkly clear one, if I remember. And yeah, I've taken it to my office, so it's in my office kind of stuff that is still in storage. And I got let go pretty much just before the beginning of the panini, and then kind of put all my stuff in storage. Started working from home, and so never really gone back for any of my kind of office stuff to decorate, this place. But yeah, I have that one. What is the designation? Well, yeah, let's give that. Start working on the other parts, and on the sides. That's it for that. so let's look at that. Well, while I let that kind of clear up, let's see. Tank. See. 75-4. So, I mean, based on origin, yeah, that sounds about right. Where do they have designations on these? Alright, so RX 77-2 gun cannon, 78-2 Gundam. Stupid ads, come on. Yeah, so 109 and 108, huh? So yeah, I'm not really seeing much. I mean, granted, this is a quick just, typed in gun tank and went to the, fandom wiki. So not really showing much. But yeah, the 77, 75, 79. So yeah, I'm thinking probably just iterations. Did I? That towel there. Let's see how badly this kind of comes off. How much of a mess this leaves. Yeah, that's right. Let's do it over here where you guys can see everything that I'm doing here. That's right. Let me move in closer. Still too loaded down with thinner, so kind of does still pool in some areas. Like that. Alright, on the other side. This one still has enough of the point where I'm able to get that out of there. Wait. Shouldn't let myself get sidetracked because now time's running out. I have this one. This kind of cleaned out. Usually I can get away with an extra minute or two of, wait, oh yeah, this is messy. All right. That's already stopped. Nope. Okay. It's still recording. There it goes. Alright. So feet are done. And then, so it looks like it only has 2, 3, 4, 6. So 4, 8, 12. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 12 stickers here. So yeah, we'll do that right now. Yeah, hydration break, and so now it is time for camouflage drink. Oh, okay, well, it's not too hidden. You can tell there's something there. Alright. So, yeah, what have I been doing today? I mean, didn't do too much today. You know, Costco run earlier because needed to kind of get that out the way. And then, what else did we do? After that, pretty much came home and just vegged, let the kids watch as much TV as they could kind of stomach. Alright, so that is just stickers, and forgot to grab the tweezers that I'm going to be using. Alright, so yeah, and then, you know, while the Spore and Sporling were kind of just rotting their brains out their ears, I have been playing through Pokemon Leaf Green on an emulator on my Vita. Found that recently and decided to kind of just lose myself in that game for most of the last couple of days. So I've been going through that one, and let's kind of leave it overhead. Alright, start that back up again. It's recording. Alright, so it says rears 15s. So 13, 14, 15. There it goes. there's supposed to be a little ledge right there on both sides, on both feet. Of course, I guess in sanding it, they've kind of disappeared. So yeah, that'll have to be it. But at least put the decal still on there. Alright, so 13 front, 14 behind. So 14 just at the right. Alright, and now 13, so shiz. Alright, so I put those stickers on the wrong side. Alright, can I take them off? Yeah, fun. I mean, I drag it with me most places that I go, but don't really use it all that much, but I do still kind of drag it out with me. So like, you know, when I go to cons, it's generally sitting in my backpack or in whatever bag I've taken. 15s are still left. Only one. So 14's missing. What the heck? How am I missing one? There should have been 4. Okay, no, there was only 5. Alright, so see if I can get these off. But yeah, so been playing that on emulator just to kind of, I mean, originally the idea was, you know, start playing it, get a save going, and have it set up for the Spore, kind of teach you how to play it, because, you know, it's basically the remake of the original ones. So that was the idea, get her kind of playing it. Figure she's old enough to kind of start playing and getting into it. Although I do have, like, I have Let's Go Pikachu on the Switch. So, you know what? Right, this one. Yeah, I'm gonna be willing to sacrifice that one because, again, I just have one extra. This one. There should be a second one, but I don't know where that one went. Alright. 13s. 13s. But yeah, that's been the idea there. Kind of get that set up for her to play it. And instead, I started playing through it. It's been something to at least pass a couple hours. And it's hot today. Yeah. Well. So yeah, I mean, I still carry my Vita around pretty much everywhere it goes because it's an emulation machine. Okay, no, 68 both sides. Which one's 68? 68. Both sides. Remember, it's both sides, both legs. So that's 1. 2. 3. Uranium. Was that a hacked one or something? Because I don't think I remember any of them. Or is that because it had a different name? Alright. Break time. Yeah. Figured as much, yeah. Yeah, no, I've never actually completed any of them. Again, like Let's Go Pikachu, I'd been playing with her kind of as the encouragement to kind of help her practice her reading. I'd be the one kind of moving around. She'd be watching me and kind of reading the text on the screen. And maybe we're at about halfway on that one. I think I've gotten a little further, at least now, but one, I am taking it very slow. Everything else, 3, 3, 2, 2, nothing in the back, yeah, nothing in the back. Alright, so that's it for the feetsies. So now let's start in on the legs. Legs have quite a few decals. So there's 4 on the back, on the sides. 99, 68, both sides, 69, both sides, both legs. Alright. 10, both sides. So, you know, both outsides, it looks like. So the 9s and the 10s. And 69, 69, 68, 69, 68. 12s and 12s on both sides. Oh, 12s on top and bottom. Okay. And then the fronts are going to be fun because I'm going to have to remember which one's which. I guess it's easy enough to see on the hip joint because we're on decals again. Then, yeah, 11, then 8, and then 7's just hidden up at the top there on the outsides. Yeah. Sides. All right. I mean, there's a couple. I mean, mainly she's been watching whatever I did start. I was doing it in dub. I started watching something in sub, and she said she was okay with it, but I can't remember what she was watching with me. Like, I think I'd started it, and she kind of came into the room, and I didn't have any problem with her watching whatever it was that I was watching. But again, like, at least with the games, they have to wait for you to prompt to move on. So I figured it would give her that opportunity. Whereas, again, with anime, it's like, it's just kind of constantly going and going. But guess that would help with the speed reading. We'll see. We'll see if I decide to continue that experiment, as it were. Alright, so you. Let's get back to it. Yay, fun. It's actually going into that was one of the ones that I tried to kind of use gravity to my advantage with that. Okay. Alright. Yes. Alright, so it looks like that's most of that. Another one of these. Try to save. So gonna do this kind of quick little wash this way, just kind of wiping it off, kind of a quick way to wipe off all that excess under. Yep, kind of works there too. Okay. All right. So one leg. Come on. There it goes. Let's actually hydrate this time. Get something to drink. Alright. So let's see. Yeah, I think that wipe down kind of worked. Did pretty good. I think I'll start using that little trick for myself too. Let's get that a little better. Alright. So other leg. Then I'm gonna I need that and this. Well, I want to grab it with both parts so I don't accidentally get anything stuck to my fingers. So of these, so this one's gonna have G, which is the all gray one, and this one's gonna have the mostly white and gray one. Let's see. That's gonna be kind of fun. Trying to get it to actually wrap around that. We'll see if it'll work. So you've still been using that ice maker, huh? Yeah, I think the fridge in our garage just kind of went out. It had been working over hard, where the freezer kept kind of freezing up, and I thought like it was just not closing properly. But I'm thinking it finally gave up the ghost about a week or so ago. And so now, I don't know, I mean, definitely probably need to unplug it. There's stuff in there. There's too much junk in the garage still. I still need to kind of get through everything in there. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. We were at Costco earlier, and you know, there was a kind of really nice stand-up freezer that's only, I think it was $400. I might be tempted to get it, but they only had like 2 left this time, or they had 1 left and 1 display one. Yeah, it went out just before, because just after actually 4th of July is when it went out. So yeah, just missed them, as you said. But again, I don't know if I want, like, I'd need to clear out the space. There's stuff on top of it from that Dad left on top of it, so there's a kind of need to go through that I almost feel like I'm just gonna hold off on any of that until it's all done, until I'm kind of going through everything in the garage. But it's like so many other things. It's like, okay, well, in order to do that, I need to do this. In order to do this, I need to do that. And in order to get there, I need to go over here. So it's just kind of been a whole bunch of hang-ups, I guess we'll call it. Alright. Start you. I'll just decide you for a minute for this one. Yeah, I'm not being very careful now because I figure I'm going to go over it with the towel that had some kind of thinner put on it. So yeah, I'm not being super mindful. Right. Let's see, it's only 10 o'clock. I might do the hips of the head. I don't think head has paneling, but it looks like it has no decals. So I might just go there, and maybe the hips. I'll have to see. Well, we'll have to see how long this part takes. All right. So 8, 11, and 7. Down here. 3. Eleven. 'A little off, and then 7. Let's go top down this other one. Um, 11. And then 8. 12s on both the backs, top and bottom. Alright, 12. And middle here. Close enough. And then 12 just over that. Alright. So outsides. 9 and 10. Let's start with 10 here. So that's 10. Goes under. All right. There. So 68 on both sides up there. Try to finish this. I think I'll let this go because at this point it's pretty much the same in both. You know what? Sure, let's just come on. All right, 68. Is that all of them? Yeah. So nothing on the inside. Interesting. Allegedly. Both legs. Both sides, both legs. So, yeah. Both legs. Yeah. Alright. So. Alright. Drink. Let's go back to camouflage drink. Nothing on the lower part on both inside and outside. Interesting. Looks like they go over where there is something there. Let's see, but more water. So the way this is going, I mean, again, if I do the head today, water went down the wrong tube, but so yeah, finish this, maybe start doing the head. So next week, or tomorrow, is just the hips and the body. The main torso might actually be done. CD those two for stickers. On the grays, 2 kind of rub-ons, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so I mean, torso doesn't have too many stickers. Hips has a couple, but not a super lot. No rub-ons anymore. So, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. I might be able to get done by tomorrow. I've got enough to the backlog. It's more of a question of what am I going to do kind of in the interim, because I've got the perfect grade that I'm going to start working on. I mean, as far as adding to the backlog, I want to get the mega size one to build as well. So that one will have to come at some point. But yeah, like I said, kind of between them, I know next Saturday there's a build gathering that I will most likely be going to, so at least Saturday I won't be streaming. So it'll kind of be the question of, well, most likely I'm thinking I want to keep this up, so stream Sunday, and so it's what I'm looking at my pile of Legos, which I have just on this side of the screen of the computer. I don't want to get into a big Lego one because, again, no display space. I might actually, since I have been working on all the botanical ones, I'll probably do another, like one of the botanical sets. Let's go back here. All right, so 60 on both, and then now. That's 68 and now 69s on all those parts. So I'm trying to see, because there is a little dimple on this part. Oh, there it goes. So yeah, it has this weird dimple, and I'm wondering if this is supposed to go over it. I think to have done it. Concentrating so much my eyes are kind of crossing while trying to do this. Is one of those where I think I probably would have gone with the Mr. Mark Softer setter. Well, both actually. The Mark Softer to kind of soften the decal, so it actually goes onto the shape it's supposed to go there and kind of conform to that little dimple thing. All right, so that's all those. So now the fun parts, the rub-ons. Trying to prevent that. Yeah, all right, sticker, or well, tape. So that one's this side. Alright. It looked like the two was already kind of separating from the plastic there. And now it'll be more trying to make sure all the rest of this actually comes off of it. Especially the small writing. That's more. I mean, obviously, these kind of thin lines. Really, come off right. Okay. Alright, not bad. Came off mostly okay. That. That little piece of tape right now to use for the other one. The shoulders. Little bees. Okay. Little bees. Is it on both? Oh, anyway. Alright. That's a little off, but at this point I don't want to risk trying to move it anymore. Federation Space Force. Space Force. The F is a little off. It's already kind of rubbed off. No, okay. Saved it. Alright, good. Lucky. Alright. Alright. So, I think that was it for these. Yeah. Yep. Alright. So that's all the feetsies. And legs. Oh, just in time to stop. Alright, so yeah, as I said, kind of the decision to probably work on the head. Yeah, let's take you off. Let's work on that. It is, I mean, so far, it's getting there. I'm happy how those came out at least. You know, didn't kind of unrub them kind of off. Alright, that big F looked a little kind of loose. So, kind of rub it in a little more. Alright, so, yeah, I mean, again, this is still a slightly disappointing kit. Because again, it still feels like that guy. Sorry, this guy. Oh no, okay, that's too simple. That's the entry grade, but it feels like a high grade. There's again, this is all the articulation. This has the real grade, has like this joint right here kind of pops open a bit so it can do a bit more of an ab crunch. The arms, again, these are high grade arms. The hip, again, also kind of high grade hip. The neck does not move much more beyond that articulation. So, I mean, it's basically high grade, but as I keep kind of giving it the pass because it's a 2002 kit. So, I mean, they're not super new, but it's not super old either. It's not, I have one of those original Yakushikis where you kind of glue it together. So, I mean, I have that. So it's like it's not quite that level of lack of detail. It is. I mean, God. I mean, I wonder if I'd feel that way if I look back at the first kit I built, the RX-7, or the new Gundam. If I went back to the master grade of the new Gundam, because I remember the impressive thing about that one was that it was a it had a kind of metal joint for the hips. So it's like the joint that connects the legs to the hip was a piece of metal, was kind of a metal cast. So that was the impressive thing on that one. But yeah, I wonder, because I mean, I have the version Ka, the new one, that one, and the Sinanju or the Zazabi, and I've gotten rid of my original ones, so I no longer remember what they look like. But again, it's I mean, is it just because I'm looking at this after having built? Where is it? Where are you? I mean, again, the real grades, but even then, what's that other one? The Zeta, which is probably all right. Now I need to look at when these came out and sidetrack myself as well. But, no, not the version Ka, the original one. Minus Ka. Version 2.0. So that's the version 2.0. Let's do that. Oh wow. Okay, so that one was 96, and it's a very flimsy model from what I remember. Yeah, I mean, from the last time I touched it, because it's one of those I don't even want to look at it too much, or I'm afraid it'll fall apart on me. Apparently the 2.0 was a little better, but wow, that was 96. So yeah, why is this one feel so simple? I mean, I know double Zeta. Actually, no, let's do the fuzz, because I know. Oh, what? He did a Verka already? There's Ka. Okay. Yeah, I wish it would let me see. Actually, does anyone have the instructions? Come on. There used to be a place where you can look at that. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, the double zeta, the fuzz, I mean, I still have the double zeta that's falling apart on me also, kind of subject to years of earthquakes. But so again, you know, the zeta was 96, so it's about almost 30 years old now. The fuzz and the double zeta I bought while I was working at the shop. So that was at least 2000. Yeah, the original new Gundam was also, when was that? I need to see that. Come on. Come on, why don't these? Okay, these say 2001 105. All right, so at least this tells me good. Japan. Okay, so 2001. Okay, so it was new at the time. So yeah, okay, it was showing off. All right, now I need to see. Okay, it doesn't have it on there. Okay, it doesn't have all of those, but anyway. So I keep getting distracted. Anyway, so yes, gonna work on the head just to get that done, and then probably call it a night there. Yeah, let's go overhead. So you know, finally finishing up that head. This will be fun. So I didn't need to put that away. I mean, yeah, they've gotten a lot better in the last 10-15 years. I'll give them that. I mean, I've got a couple of the newer ones that I've built. I mean, even there, I can't remember its name right now. I always forget it. called? The full cloth. Yes, there it goes. I couldn't remember its name right now. I don't know why. I was drawing a blank on its name, but the pirate one. I really should be doing it up here. Alright. Need to get that. Crossbone, there it goes. Crossbone Gundam. You know, looked a little more detailed than this. And I mean, that one, yes, is looked like it's a 10-year-old kit, so I was kind of surprised when I was building it. And then the O as well, also kind of an older kit. Yeah. Let's give it a little wipe down. I'm trying to also be careful of those horns. Alright, so for us today, we have, hold up like this, yeah, there it goes, hold up that. Yeah, I'm trying to set it up for a picture for tonight of the work that I've done. Yeah, all right. So we will call that it for there. Well, let's just come on. All right. Well, you know, lurkers, thanks for being on. You came on pretty much at the end of today's stream. I will probably be streaming tomorrow. I finished, started and finished both legs and the head. So tomorrow I will probably do the hips and the torso, and hopefully that'll be it for this one. And then next week, again, I will not be streaming Saturday. Sunday I'll probably be doing some Lego streaming. But yeah, kind of finished today on this. And so far what I've got are both arms and shoulders, the beam rifle, hyper bazooka, come on, backpack and beam sabers, and the shield. Shield definitely is janky as all heck. I screwed up on lining up these decals, and then the rub-ons, and then I probably should have lined them up first when I was gluing them, when I was kind of taping it down, and then the decal on this one, on the shield, kind of, again, very janky. Because the tape that I used, well, when I put the tape on, come on, why aren't you zooming in? Because there it goes. Yeah, so I put the tape too much over this lip thing right here, and so it didn't conform very well to the curve. But I mean, and yeah, I've got the core fighter as well. I'm kind of afraid to put the core fighter down right now. Well, should be solidified enough, but got to worry about putting any pressure on it because I've broken that little strut 2-3 times by now. So yeah. All right, but yeah, that's what's been done so far on this. And then let's just go back here. Trying to set up the picture that I'll be taking of today's work. And so, yeah, tomorrow I've got the hip here. Yes, bazooka goes in there. So hip and the chest. Yeah, probably won't be doing much on this, although you can kind of see a tiny amuro inside there. Yeah, you probably can't, but I remember I put them in there. The core fighter does the core fighter have one? I don't think the core fighter, oh yeah, it does have a tiny amuro in there too. So the chest, yeah, that's all this opens, so I can barely open it to see that there's something supposed to be in there. It's slightly disappointing at the lack of detail. I mean, it has detail, but the articulation. So, yeah, probably won't be doing the panel lining on this, just because it's, again, just a kind of just kind of takes the space, takes a spot. And then, yeah, no neck articulation, no shoulder articulation. But, yeah. Like, I'm got a scriber. I feel like these should be, but I'm also afraid of trying to do extra scribing on this because I know I was trying to, so I can see that I left the mark there, so I know that's gonna kind of draw in the panel line. So and then decals, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, nothing on the backs, and then on the front, 2, 3, 4, 2 rub-ons here, 2 up here, and that's it. So I mean, a lot of this is just panel lining. So yeah, gonna have to, I know I'm gonna have little bits in there as well, kind of coming in. Come on. There it goes. Come on. Anyway. So yeah. But all right, I've been minging enough. I will probably, again, see most of you all, hopefully most of you all tomorrow. I'll be working on finishing up this kit, and then next week will probably be Lego, and then after that, I don't know if I want to do a couple of Lego streams before starting on the perfect grade. Again, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 6th RX-78 that I've built. So before I get into kind of also building start building the perfect grade, and it's perfect grade 1.0. So yeah, Jeff, thanks for being on. Lurkers, thanks for having been on. I will hopefully see most of you guys tomorrow, starting at 9 o'clock, and kind of we'll take it from there. So you guys have a good one. Bye.